Okay, we're going to finish up with our leg loops in our hands, and we're going to rehab our shoulders. So we're going to push the swing down nice and low to our hips. And the shoulder sequence is really good for learning how to come into superfly. So we're going to keep the upper body lifted, press the swing down nice and low, hold on to the leg loops and slide to the center. Once we slide to the center, we're going to start with our little mini push-ups. I have to push my hips forward strongly to hold the swing there. If it slides up, just push it back down. So after a few mini push-ups, keeping the chest lifted, gaze towards the top corner of the room, I'm going to slide into elbows. Once I'm in elbows, I walk back just a little bit so I can practice squeezing the leg loops onto the shoulders. This is a crucial move to come into a backpack in order to effectively execute our superfly. Okay, after we do the elbow hang, I'm going to go ahead and lift. So I come through a version of archer, hooking the feet outside in. And then I'm going to squeeze the leg loops onto the shoulders. Okay, coming on back down one more time. Squeeze the leg loops onto the shoulders. Make sure they're in the sweet spot so you can always pull them in. Then I have to tuck through my pelvis, press, 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 and come up into my incredible hook push-ups. These ones are really challenging. You have to keep the upper body arched and lifted, squeezing the hands towards one another, and then directly underneath the shoulders in order to do that, in order to pull that off. Okay, we're going to come back to our backpack, hang out in skydiver. Always adjust these so they feel good. And then we're going to tuck to come into our shoulder stand. So I hook my feet, I stack my pelvis over my shoulders, and then I'm going to come back through skydiver for a few rounds. Shoulder stand to skydiver. I'm not going to straighten the legs or I'm going to lose my hook at my hips. Okay, so then we're going to just reverse it. Come back through archer into a Superman, or I guess we call it Superwoman now, our new paradigm. Okay, and then I'm going to walk it forward. When I walk it forward, I'm going to do one more round of warm-up here where I deep dive. So I'm going to bring my arms wide and around, and dive in for a forward hold, and then an inhale, lift, come all the way back up. Exhale, deep dive, wide and around. Now, if somebody has a shoulder injury and this is too much, they can stay up and just do half, and then back up, half, and back up. If they're comfortable, it's also nice to press, 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 and practice that lift, right? You can do that with bent elbows or straight arms, but the head stays lifted the whole time. Super important. And then deep dive, come all the way down into a forward fold, come wide and around, back up again. So those are all the different ways to rehab the shoulders if there's an injury, using the swing at the hips. Then we're going to do it without the swing. I'm going to add one more sequence in for you guys that we didn't do today, but I use it all the time. So I'm going to stand in the center of the mat, and I'm going to practice my push-ups, pressing with my hips, keeping my gaze and heart lifted, tracking the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Doing 10 of these every day is going to really help you press up into superfly. Makes all the difference in the world. After I do my push-ups, I'm going to step into a lunge. So now when I push up, I can actually add a leg lift, which starts to strengthen the core. So this is another way to use the leg loops by themselves without the swing. Let's do second side. Push up, press. Push up, press. Okay, push up, press. All right, so from here, I'm going to come down into an elbow hang, walk it wide. From here, I'm just going to gently rock from side to side, catch my breath, take a pause, and then when I'm ready, push forward onto my toes. I'm flexing really strong, peppermint patty. This is really tough. So it's not only strengthening, but it's stretching. So up onto the toes, press the hips forward, nice and strong, and then back. Last pose I want to do is called clearance. So I'm going to hold the leg loops in my hands, slide into the wrist wrap, lean forward, bring the legs together, tuck, and lift the feet. So I can hold on to clearance until I'm ready to roll down, landing nice and easy. And then from here we can do our fish pose, our leg lifts, our bicycles, all of our floor sequence. I'm just going to walk it back and end it with the TRX moves, which is doing our bicep curls into a back bend, arch and open, into bicep curls. All right, that's all of the poses that we can do for the leg loops in our hands for shoulder strength, strengthening, and stretching. So she calls them